will advance to the championship game tomorrow. And I think SippUnited's the clear favorite in this one, but don't count out this Nebraska team. They have a deep squad. They play 10 guys, and they're going to keep coming at you. They don't have anybody on their squad that I would call a superstar. I would say they have 10 connected fellas who play well together, and they are well coached, and they are going to scrap and claw and play solid basketball. And here we go. SippUnited going right to left on your TV dial. They control the opening tip. That's Claire. He's in the starting lineup with Avant, with Frost, with Corey Robertson. And that's the first three-point shot off the mark. No good for Claire, and that is cleared easily by number 25. Jamison Shea. Nebraska Supreme now likes to run that five-out look. They do have a traditional post with Jacob Markowski, but that's quickly to the rack. Ryan Gunther. He's a slasher and finisher. He's an underrated shooter, but he likes to get himself to the basket and create, and he gets Nebraska Supreme on the board first, 2-0. We're underway. Man-to-man defense here by both teams. Claire's got the ball in the half court. He wants to step in, dump it down to Frost. Frost goes right at Markowski. Tough right-handed layup off the mark, no good. Markowski, good job standing his ground. Defensive rebound comes back out, and there, look at the big man, Robertson, picking the pocket of Gunther. He gets it up to Avant, and Avant's going to right-hand scoop layup up and in, and the game is tied at 2. And look at the big man, Kamari Robertson, stepping out and picking the pocket of the point guard. And we're coming back quick the other way now. That's a three-point shot for Jamison Shea. That shot off the mark, no good. He's got to get his shot going if they want to have a chance in this one. They're going to have to shoot it well from the outside. And Claire with the basketball now kind of gets tied up. And another scoop shot, this time with the left hand for Claire. Kind of a mirrored shot, same thing that Avant did on the end on the other side. 4-2 now. SippUnited, but quickly back the other way. Three-point shot is up, and it is good for Carter McCullough. Good kick-out pass, left wing. And I'm happy to be joined by, finally, the man on a mission, Ethan Piota. Ethan, I'm excited to call this one with you. I know you were signing autographs out there, and it ran a little bit long. That's the nice thing about Ethan. You know what? If they're out there and they want an autograph, he's going to sign them. He'll be here until midnight, ladies and gentlemen, right out front. So, early action here, Ethan. This is a semifinal match, correct?
Semifinals. Final four.
Winner of this one's going on to the championship match. Intriguing matchup here. We've had a chance to call Sipp a few times. I feel like we know them really well. Tell me what you know about this Nebraska Supreme team.
Yeah, I mean, I think this Supreme team is definitely at as big time and one there.
That's Kamari Robertson, goes right into the body of Carter McCullough, who had just stuck a three. I don't know if you saw him as you were walking up here. He got the kick out. He's a post player, lefty. Imagine that. But Robertson went right into the body and got the layup to go, and he does not convert the three-point play. But finish your thought here quickly on Nebraska Supreme.
No, interesting team for sure. They don't have an advantage creator per se, but I really like Malinowski here, the big, as he fights with Frost in the post. 5 guys that will move the ball around. They play together, strong defensively, and they'll rebound the ball. All five players on the floor will rebound for Nebraska Supreme. In order to win this game, they are going to have to shoot the cover off the ball, Matt, because Sipp is going to pack it in defensively. They're not going to allow second and third offensive rebounds, and so they're going to have to stretch the floor and make shots. And without having a guy that can go really get his own bucket consistently, it's going to rely on them to run good action like we see here and knock down open shots.
Well, I'm glad we are in agreement. That was my sentiment as well of this Nebraska team. And Markowski, who does a nice job. He's just kind of consistent in everything he does as our man Avant raises up. We just don't see him miss a lot of shots, and Markowski clears the rebound and gets it out to Jamison Shea, who goes right corner. And that's the one thing you said. That's Landon Glock, sharpshooter out of Wahoo, Nebraska, home of the David Letterman top 10. And
Landon Glock, older brother Marcus Glock, played with the Pro 16 League for several years.
Good basketball family out of Nebraska. Interestingly enough, you got a Wahoo kid and you got a Pius kid out of Nebraska. And if you want some history on greatest basketball games of all time, go ahead and look that one up. 1992, I believe, or 91, somewhere around their state semifinal, I believe it was. Wahoo comes back. I think they scored 6 points in 4 seconds to beat Lincoln Pius X. And
sounds like a medieval battle.
Well, you know, it's my alma mater. It's hard for me to bring up that memory, but
And I'm supposed to be called the savant.
well, when it's my stuff, I can remember it. You just remember everybody else's stuff. Coming the other way now with it is Nebraska Supreme in the half court. That's Kingston Cruz checking into the basketball game. It's a 10-6 lead now. So methodical, right? You kind of said it in your assessment of Nebraska Supreme. Nobody out there that's going to go out and get 40, but it's 5 guys connected, and they're going to play 10 guys.
You can't get sped up by Sipp's physicality. You can't get sped up by their ball pressure. Great drive from Claire. That can't happen.
Well, and you got to get Claire to his right hand. Not that he's weak going to the right, but you can't let him go left.
No, you can't let him go to his dominant hand. He's just too good with his left in and around the rim.
And good ball pressure there by Claire, but they're going to whistle him for the hold, and that's Cruz once again. Kingston Cruz drawing the foul. 10-8 early action here, just under 12 minutes to go. Ryan Gunther set on the sideline out of bounds. Robertson and Claire are going to take, or excuse me, that's Colby Williams, are going to take a breather. And it's just checking back in with guys that can score and play defense. Baseline out of bounds, and Andy Markowski staple here from the sideline.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's a great drop step and finish.
That's their advantage right there. Play to your advantage, and hypothetically, they should be able to out-execute Sipp in this game.
That's Brian Palmer with the drop step, but you'll see that sideline out of bounds run all the time. It's kind of a big little screen, and if you switch it, as somebody gets a souvenir on an ill-advised pass.
You got to give it back,
Claire.
You got to give the ball back. We do not have a big enough inventory to be giving out souvenirs of game balls.
No, we don't. We absolutely don't. A lot of game balls disappear. 12-8 here. Action early. Nebraska Supreme now in the half court. That's Keaton Weatherholt with the basketball. Goes back up to Shea. Shea's going to swing it left side to Cruz. Good ball movement now. Oh, good shot fake and clear. Yeah. Nobody sitting. Help side, a complete defensive breakdown. And that's James Russell with a shot fake and finish for Supreme, their biggest lead of the game.
Look at them hound Frost in the post. That's clearly the game plan for them, Matt. They're going to show him 2 or 3 bodies. It's going to be up to Frost. Can he make that big-to-big pass? We talked about how good our guy 21 MacArthur was in the dunker spot last game.
14-10 now. I didn't see who scored that shot, but they're going to come right back. Another shot fake again for Russell. Got his man in the air, but they swing it all the way right side. That's a long 3-point shot off the mark by Weatherholt. Offensive rebound to Shea. Gets the ball stripped away, and that's Claire. He wants to get out and run. Gets it to Avant. And Avant, man, he's just unconscious. He will pull up right anywhere. Got a hand in the face. May have got fouled. And a long outlet pass here to Cruz. He's going to get contested, and that's Claire. I believe that was Claire going up and blocking the shot. Was that impressive?
Yeah.
Great hustle. Great hustle and recovery by Claire.
Look at how in control Claire is. Just kind of keeps the defender on his hip. Never gets sped up. He's going to be a handful for them tonight. This is going to be a game where he's going to have to take over for Sipp as well.
Absolute no panic as Hunter Avant, the guy is going to pull up from just inside the logo. He didn't call bank. I can't give him credit. But he's still emotionless, man. He is a sharp shooter. The bank three-pointer goes in. Sipp climbs right back in it. Russell now left-handed dribble. He's going to go right outside. They're going to hand it off to Weatherholt. Weatherholt wants to shoot that 3. His shot is short. And Frost comes out of there with the rebound, and it's going to be in the half court now with SippUnited settling in. They want to go into that low post, and that's Frost gets his pocket picked. The ball sails out to half court. But chance to take the lead here for Sipp. They've settled in nicely. We're at the 9-minute mark now. Nebraska Supreme definitely threw the first punch, and that's wow. Man, I tell you what, Christian Claire, spin dribble. He actually spun it about the elbow.
That is next level body control right there. Just gets bumped off his path at least 2 or 3 times by different defenders. He's sandwiched by multiple guys. Still has the wherewithal to keep his balance. It's great core strength to be able to not hit the deck and be able to get a shot up.
So really fatigue becoming an issue, right? I mean, no matter what. I mean, these kids are young, but they play at such a high level. Everybody wonders, how can you get tired? You know, second game of the day type deal. You know, 4 subs setting to come in here for Nebraska Supreme. 2 subs set to come in here for SippUnited as Claire, I can't believe it, misses a free throw. I didn't even say a word. I said nothing. There was no jinx there. He missed it on his own. But a host of subs now into the game for Nebraska Supreme. That's Jackson Vasicek is into the game now. Ryan Gunther has come back in. Shea remains. But you got Carter McCullough back in the game as well as the second free throw was up and good. 14-14 now early. And right to the rack. They're not going to like this call, but right to the rack goes Jackson Vasicek.
Strong move.
Yeah, right-handed dribble. He's a good-looking kid, lanky. SippUnited faithful wanted a jump ball, and it probably could have been called a jump ball.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a questionable one there, but
officials see it the other way. Free throw attempt is off the mark, no good. And the ball is tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say that it went off the hands of MacArthur.
Similar to that exclusive game, both teams really kind of feeling themselves out early. Great entry pass.
And that was Carter McCullough. Layup is missed and cleaned up by Vasicek. Vasicek, he's come right into the game, went to the rack. He missed a free throw, but cleaned up the offensive boards. They're 18-14 now. Back to a 4-point lead. Man-to-man defense here for Supreme. And into the ball game, that's number 5. That's Takadrius Maxwell. He's got a long three-point attempt, and Robertson kind of just doing what he's done all tournament, man.
He's an animal down there. It's going to be a long evening for Nebraska Supreme trying to contain both Roberson and Frost.
Long three-point attempt now. That shot off the mark, no good. And there's our man Vasicek. I'll tell you what, he's doing work on the offensive end. But you said it. They do have enough size to kind of combat Frost and to combat Roberson with Markowski and with Russell. So we'll see this kind of. But it's once again it's Roberson on the floor without Frost. And this is the scout you get with Nebraska Supreme, right?
Sure.
So Frost is going to check in for MacArthur. Nebraska Supreme picks up on it and immediately checks in Markowski, the other big.
Yeah, it's a great pickup by you, Matt. Markowski rushes right back to the scorer's table.
And Vasicek.
They definitely have the personnel to be able to keep these bigs at bay. I mean, we watched that game earlier against Exclusive Hoops, and they just had their way. Between their three-man rotation of bigs, it was not a contest as three-pointers missed short there.
Maxwell, again, he shot 2 of them, and they've both been short. Rebound into the hands of Shea. He's going to swing it right side to Markowski, being guarded by Frost. Good rear entry pass into.
That's good stuff.
That's a great pass into Glock. Glock can't finish, though. And Claire wants to come the other way. Just kind of a lazy teardrop. I guess that's what teardrops are. Nobody really stepped up. Markowski didn't really step up into the body, and Claire just said, all right, I'll just float one in here. 19-18. And back come now Nebraska Supreme. And that's Ryan Gunther. I can't see who they got, though. It is an illegal screen. I don't know who they called it on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the game plan changes for Nebraska Supreme here. I think way too much Christian Clare early on for my liking if I'm a Nebraska Supreme coach. I mean, he is the one that can get you, and somebody's got to get into him, get physical, although Clare will take a seat here for SippUnited.
Yeah, both teams kind of making sure they're leaving the gas tanks a little bit full here, conserving energy in the first half. Big turnover by Frost. Kind of spun, got the ball knocked away from him. Markowski now has got it at the top. Hands it off to Shea. They try to run a two-person game. He goes right-handed layup at the body of Frost. And he misses the layup. This is the right call. You can't slap the backboard.
Nope. It absolutely is.
It's a great call. Frost went up to block the shot, rightfully so. Didn't do anything wrong. Just missed the ball, slapped the board.
Absolutely is.
So count it. I'm not sure they've awarded the points yet.
They have.
Okay.
We got this. I think we should have the score right at this point. 21-18, Nebraska Supreme. Now
in the half court, Kamari Robertson. Now the two bigs are in there, Robertson and Frost. And Robertson's out on the left wing, loses the handle right into the hands of Shea.
It's way too far out, though, for Sipp. It's big-time three-pointer here for Supreme.
And that's Glock. He doesn't really miss those much. That was a good look out of transition. They can leave with that. But a long rebound. And that's Christopher Johnson into the game. Good pocket pass inside, bounce pass to Frost.
Tell you what, though, Matt, I mean,
good catch.
It's a great catch and a great move by Frost, but this already is going to be a much, much different game than the Exclusive Hoops game that we saw. Frost, whenever he catches it in the post, Robertson the same way. They're seeing 2 or 3 bodies, guys digging at the ball. I mean, it's going to be a difficult path for them.
That foul on Jacob Markowski sends Frost to the line. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and back into the ball game now for Nebraska Supreme is James Russell. And Vasicek, solid minutes coming in off the bench. But like you said, second free throw off the mark, no good. Let's keep an eye on that the rest of the way here. Both these teams are good free throw shooting teams, but a little sketchy from the line to begin this game.
Yeah, and Supreme will live with that. Anytime that you send Frost to the line and Don't give him easy, too.
Smooth move by Gunther. Boy, I tell you what, he went right around Avant.
Yeah.
That's really the first time I've seen Hunter Avant get taken off the dribble.
Yep.
We talked about him and his athleticism and quickness, and Gunther with a little stutter step went right around him and finished with the left hand, 23-18.
That's too easy.
Yeah, it's just too easy. It's just a good look at stroke. As Claire, though, just short on his three-point attempt, got the look he wanted. They're going to push it up to Markowski. He goes right into the body of Frost, and Frost says, I don't think so, young man, and sends that right into the hospitality tables.
See what kind of adjustments SippUnited make. I mean, anytime that you throw it into the low post, it's getting doubled immediately, and so the answer to that traditionally is going to be shooters have to be ready to space the floor and to stretch the floor on the outside. And that's if you think that you're going to be able to back him down and get an easy dunk into the dunker spot, there's just too much action and traffic down there. They've got to be able to collapse the defense and kick it back out to open shooters.
So really, Nebraska Supreme here punches first, and the one thing we've seen Sipp not do is really shoot it well, right? Claire hasn't knocked one down, Avant hasn't knocked one down, and that's kind of been this tail of the tape. In their first couple of games, they just came out absolutely sharp shooting and were able to build a little bit of a lead. So a little bit of a different feel here now, but you can see they've got the emphasis on getting post touches with Frost, right, like you talked about. But two kind of evenly matched teams when it comes to philosophy in the half court. They're going to go to their strengths.
Credit to the Nebraska Supreme coaching staff. A great approach to this game. I mean, overall, like it's very easy to get punched in the mouth by Sipp right off the bat, and they've gone out and they've limited what their go-to was last game against Exclusive.
Yeah, that's a good point. So on the floor for Nebraska Supreme, you got Glock, you got Gunther, you got Russell, you got Shea, and you got Markowski. You got Avant, you got Johnson, you got Claire, you got Frost, and you got Colby Williams on the floor right now for Sipp. Baseline out of bounds. Now this is, I can tell you about the Nebraska Supreme team. They like to score out of baseline out of bounds.
Yep.
They like to run stuff that produces a shot.
Just find an advantage.
And that is the advantage right there. Shea's got a little bit of size on Williams there, on Johnson, and he goes right at him. They get it into him, and he kind of bodies him up and finishes with the right hand. 25-18. Avant thought about the three-point shot, kicks it back up top side to Johnson. Man-to-man defense here for Supreme. He goes right side to Colby Williams. Williams is going to hoist it up. A left-handed three-point shot off the mark, no good. Shea with the rebound. He's going to kick it up left side to Markowski. Great basket cut by Glock. They missed him. Gunther catches it on the right wing. And I tell you what, he goes right around Christian Claire and finishes with the right hand. 9-point lead now for Nebraska Supreme, 27-18. Impressive first step here by Mr. Gunther.
Look at how many bodies Claire's seeing when he gets into the paint, Matt. That has not been a common theme from past games that we've seen from the SippUnited 16U team. I mean, Claire is driving, and he's seeing 3 or 4 different guys that are packing the paint.
And I think it's a result of he hasn't hit a shot from the outside yet, right? And so he's kind of forcing the action.
But they're also running him off the three-point line, which means obviously they're trying to get him to – they're encouraging him to take a paint touch because they're confident in their help defense principles.
Foul is on number 25.
So this game
Jamison Shea
is really going to come down to the outside shooting of the ancillary guys for SippUnited. And I look at a guy like Hunter Avant that's been the X factor in so many games for them. They're going to need him to space the floor. Very similar to yesterday when we watched that Team New England 17U game and Vic started to get going and spacing the floor, opening everything up. That's similar to what they need from their shooter Avant.
Ant Vic, the second best name in AAU basketball behind Jonah McSwain. 27-18 is your score here. Nebraska Supreme in the lead. And an ill-advised song request from the DJ there as play continues. And Avant, that's Maxwell from the right corner, no good, but a strong rebound is up and tried to put in by Jarvis Watts, no good. But Watts doing some work, falls into the hands of Claire, and he puts it back up and in. Watts, talk about a guy that comes in and has immediate impact. We've seen it in the 3 games that he has played so far.
Saw it last game, and we see it again in this one.
Cruz now into the game for Nebraska Supreme in the half court. Is it with Gunther? He kind of missed a rolling Markowski to the basket there. Gunther gets it back at the top of the key. He wants to go to that right hand, and I tell you what, he's quick.
Man.
And he got the body there off of Frost. Good offensive rebound by Markowski, and he is buried by Frost.
It's a non-negotiable. You cannot be out-rebounded by this team. You're way more physical, you're way more athletic, and you have more size. You cannot be out-rebounded by this team.
Check that. They're going to get that foul on Jarvis Watts. And I thought it was Frost down there that bodied up Markowski. But good work there by Jacob Markowski to get his hands on the ball, play off 2 feet.
I'll tell you what, I really like Markowski. I think overall on this team. He's probably their best prospect amongst a number of very impressive guys. But I'm a big fan of him long term. I think he projects really well to the next level with his skill set.
Keaton Weatherholt into the game now as Markowski misses the front end of the 1-2 shot, and he misses the second free throw. He awarded 2 shots on a strong offensive rebound, and that's kind of the little things we talk about, right? You got to make the free throws have been great for all the teams, to be honest, that we've watched. But you get into these later games and these tournaments on these survive and thrive and advance, and you're going to see those free throw percentages go down just out of fatigue. So quickly the other way now, Avant, right side corner, is going to launch a 3. That shot off the mark, no good. Frost, a strong rebound, goes right over the top.
Love it from Trevor Frost, just imposing his will down there. That's a grown man rebound right there.
He goes right over the top of Palmer. That's Brian Palmer in there. Tough task. He split the difference between Palmer and Russell, outdueled them both, and front end of that shot is no good by Frost. And he's
seen a lot of missed free throws.
Well,
in this game.
we are. I mean, I think it's just a product like
a little bit of jitters too, probably, right, Matt?
Probably a little bit, but I mean, what goes, man? It's a second free throw off the mark, no good. It's a mental grind to get through these games in advance, and you gotta have that routine. So a dodged bullet here for Nebraska Supreme. They still have a 7-point lead. 27-20 under 4 minutes. Cruz has it now at the top of the key. 2-man game.
Nice pass.
He's going to dump it down to Palmer. May have got away with the double dribble. His shot no good. But that's Keaton Weatherholt on the putback. Good crash of the boards here by Nebraska. Kind of doing everything right now.
Watch how high they pick up Claire here, and they're going to force him kind of stay on his hip. Nice move by Claire. It's a tough shot.
Step back three-pointer and a good offensive rebound by Maxwell.
It's more like it from Sipp. You mentioned it last game, Matt, but sometimes their best offense with the personnel that they have,
get it up
maybe
on the rim.
Offensive rebounds.
Yeah, get it up on the rim. Let their bigs do the work. 29-22. Cruz kicks it left side. That's Weatherholt. He's going to hoist a 3. That shot off the mark, no good. Claire kind of doing it all right now. Gets the defensive rebound. He's going to go right to the rack. Dump pass down. That's Hunter Avant. Catching it. What zone?
Dunker spot. There it is.
The dunker spot.
And they're really good at that top to bottom. As a team, they have a really good understanding of timing and cuts and spacing.
Good pocket pass, interior pass by Cruz. Gets it off to Palmer. He can't convert. 4-0 run now for SippUnited, trying to claw their way back into this one. We're under the 3-minute mark. That's Claire with the ball at the top of the key. Switched out and on Palmer. Robertson now into the game. He drives baseline. Nobody shuts him off. But a right-handed layup is off the mark. No good. I think he was too open. And the Supreme's going to come back the other way quickly. And that's Russell. James Russell, ill-advised pass. They tried to get it to Gunther. And Avant hangs on the rim and two-handed flush.
That kid has been really impressive all weekend.
And a second turnover in a row here leads to a 10-foot jump shot. That shot off the mark, no good by Maxwell, but great defensive pressure being exerted here by SippUnited. They've crawled their way back into this one. It's a one-possession ball game. Cruz wisely resets the action at the top of the key. He's going to drive left-handed, and he goes right into the arms of Trevor Frost, and I believe that's the second foul here on Frost.
This is going to be a challenge for Sipp. I mean, Supreme at any given time, they're not going to play with a traditional big man. Everybody's going to be able to dribble, pass, and shoot to an extent, and so that's going to drag Frost and Roberson out to the three-point line for the most part.
Talk to me about that a little bit. You're right. So they want those guys to be able to drive, but the help side defense and the vision of the defense in Nebraska Supreme, those guys, as soon as they put it on the floor, they were not used to seeing guys come over and double them on a penetration lane, and that's what Nebraska is doing. They're not necessarily doubling, but they're giving help, and we've seen Frost lose control. We've seen Robertson lose control, and I think that's a credit to sort of the help side defense that Nebraska Supreme is playing on them. They're kind of encouraging to Robertson and Frost to put it on the deck, right?
Completely agree.
30-26 now. That's our guy, Hunter Avant, left-handed dribble from the top of the key. Cannot convert. There's a scrum on the floor. Shea's got it, trying to get it out to somebody. He gets it out to Weatherholt. Weatherholt being harassed, and he doesn't see the wolf. Look at the effort here by Hunter Avant. Takes it. Right-handed layup goes right into the body.
He's the X factor for him, man.
Gosh,
he really is.
He is a good athlete, man. 30-28. We're at a minute and a half here in the first half. Good action. Cruz comes off the high ball screen. That shot off the mark, no good. An emphatic rebound by Kevin MacArthur. And here we go, chance for SippUnited to take their first lead since the early parts of this game. A minute 20 to go, 30-28. And a little bit of a horn set here. And that's Avant running the action. He's got it on the left wing. He's going to raise up and pull up over Weatherholt.
The Frost.
And that shot no good. A minute to go. Shea's got a 2-on-1. He goes right-handed dribble, and it gets swatted out of the air by MacArthur. And a long outlet pass to Frost. The football guy reverse layup is up and good. And we got a tie ball game. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Frenetic action. Cruz passes it. Palmer was not ready for the basketball. Another turnover for Supreme. And they're coming the other way quickly, and that's Claire going right into the body.
Man, this game has changed very, very quickly, Matt.
And that's what you talked about.
And I'm looking at the Nebraska Supreme sideline. There hasn't been a stoppage in quite some time. A lot of tired bodies out there. I mean, that was a huge run from SiP to be able to cut the deficit, now tie the game, and they should take the lead at the free throw line here with Claire.
Jackson Vasicek on the foul. And, you know, probably the story of the game, one thing Coach is going to talk about for SiP has been the lack of free throw shooting. Right?
Oh, yeah.
They are not shooting well. They probably left 6 or 7 points easy at the free throw line. This could very well be a 5-6 point lead for them, as Claire's second free throw is up and good. But nevertheless, it's a 31-30 lead, 46 seconds to go here in the first half. Shea with the basketball now. Nebraska desperately needs a basket here. They got to get something going to the hoop or get themselves to the line.
Yeah, big final 40 seconds here.
Markowski, handoff dribble to Gunther, has a nice first half so far, has Gunther. Gets it to Vasicek, right-handed dribble. He blows right by MacArthur. Right-handed layup is up and good. Supreme regains the lead, 32-31. I think we're going to be content to hold one shot here. Mr. Claire at the top being guarded by Gunther. Thought he was going to raise up and hit it. And actually, they are going to shoot. I tell you what, I don't think the Supreme was ready for it. That was Colby Williams, left-handed three-point shot, good. And Shea quickly the other way, turnaround 10-footer off the mark, no good. What a shot by Colby Williams to give SippUnited the lead, 34-32. I think everybody was kind of shocked that he pulled the trigger before the end of the clock.
I certainly was, Matt.
I think everybody in the gym was thinking they would hold for the last shot. And boy, I tell you what, Nebraska Supreme's got to be a little bit surprised. They did kind of everything right in the first half, had the lead, had as much as a 7-point lead, and saw it slip away late with a couple ill-advised turnovers. But nevertheless, 34-32 at the half. SiP kind of weathered the storm. But you got to be pretty happy if you're Nebraska Supreme and how they came out and executed their game plan in the first half.
I don't know if I am, Matt. I don't know if I am happy. I just watched what felt like an 8-9 point lead evaporate over the course of the last few seconds of that first half. That is a deflating feeling, as you know from your time coaching basketball, when you give up a first half lead that you had like that. And really, honestly, I mean, the first 12 minutes was dominated by Nebraska Supreme. They played so well, and I thought there was a time where SippUnited was in serious danger zone of kind of losing themselves and potentially going down 15 points. Now all of a sudden, SiP's got to be feeling great up 2 heading into the half. They feel like they played horrible in that entire half. I mean, that last 3 minutes drastically have changed the outlook of this game. It's going to be very telling in the first couple of minutes to see who responds to the momentum shift.
And I don't think there's much of an adjustment for Nebraska Supreme, right? So in the huddle here, I don't think you're talking about anything different other than valuing possessions and taking care of it.
The game plan was there. It's got to be to run Claire off the three-point line and honestly, SiP, when they made that run, they stopped trying to get Frost and Roberson those low post touches. They kind of went away from that, and they let their guards rock out and be able to beat guys off the dribble. I would say this. I think if it's SippUnited at the end of the day, I'm relying on Claire to bring this game home for me. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight because we know Supreme with their coaching is going to adjust.
Yeah, that's a good point. And, Claire, an uncharacteristic first half for him, but that's just because we're used to him hitting 3 or 4 or 5 3-point shots, right? And doing all. He did some things really well. We saw him had a block in transition, a great hustle play. He definitely affected the game other than scoring, right? And that's what you see out of great basketball players. Right. With their shots not falling, they find other ways to affect the game, and he's been a facilitator. But you know what? I'm intrigued by the halftime adjustments here and what is going to be done. If I'm Nebraska Supreme, like you said, kind of more of the same, right? Don't let Claire beat you. But, if I'm SiP, you got better athletes, right? Go be who you are. Play with a little more free spirit.
So what, if Supreme can be strong with the ball, I do think SiP is in a bit of danger. But it will be very, very telling in the first 2 to 3 minutes of this half to see who responds well to the momentum shift.
So what do we know about the other side of this bracket, Ethan?
The winner of this is obviously going to the championship. The other matchup in 16U is a very intriguing one, and that is Treyman Elite against Team New England. I would call Treyman probably the favorite on paper to be the outright winner of the entire field, and so they're probably expected to beat Team New England here later today. as a foul goes down there. Who knows what can happen? We watched a game earlier. Trey Mann in the Elite Eight was on the ropes to West Virginia Gold, so nearly losing that game, able to bounce back and get to the Final Four. But 4 really exceptional teams that have rounded out this 16U bracket.
And out of the halftime set, foul for SippUnited. I didn't see who it was on, but they had a nice play getting Markowski cut into the basket, and he got held. Markowski catches top of the key, throws up a right-handed shot into the body.
Just a masterclass of ball faking and assertiveness from Nebraska Supreme in this game.
And Markowski, the one thing he doesn't do well is he doesn't get off the floor well, right? He doesn't, but he's so savvy with ball fakes and playing off 2 feet. He's creative with the ball. You know, if he could add 5, 6, or 7 inches to his vertical or more, you know, and play a little bit more above the rim, you know, he definitely has the skill set.
Yeah, and the feel too.
And this ball nearly stolen.
Great anticipation by Claire there in the passing lane.
Great anticipation. That's what he does. You know what? I always tell my kids, go with that denial hand, right?
Yep.
And that's just well-coached kid right there. Denied it. Ball got tipped out of bounds, but you love the overplay defense. And Shea's got to settle in here. That was an ill-advised passer. He runs the show for Nebraska Supreme. A little bit of a horn set. They get it to Markowski. They wanted to hit the back door to Glock. Well defensed. And Markowski tried the little Euro draw the foul, and Gunther corrals it, and we're going to have a shot clock violation. So Markowski, with the shot clock running down, tried to get into the body. Kind of a heady play, but Robertson wasn't having it, and that's a turnover for Nebraska Supreme. 34-34 is your score. Got
to be more of the same from Supreme. They got to get that ball moving, get the defense moving a little bit so that they can attack a moving defense. They don't have as great of a chance attacking Sipp in the standstill.
You got Markowski versus Frost in the low post. 2 legit bigs going at it. And Colby Williams, 3-point shots off the mark, no good. Supreme now, Markowski going downhill, going right at Frost.
It's good defense from Frost there. A couple people clamoring for a foul in the crowd, but I think that was good hands.
But I like that by Jacob Markowski. I like him going right at the body. I mean, you got to get one of those guys in foul trouble.
Sure.
Keep putting pressure and, you know, put the onus on the officials to make some calls here. And out of the baseline, boy, they run good action out of the baseline. That's Glock with a little pull-up 15-footer. And that's where, like we talked about it earlier, there's some teams that, you know, they want to run stuff on the baseline to get scoring opportunities, and some other teams want to run stuff to just get it in. Nebraska Supreme's a program that they look to score off their baseline and sideline out-of-bounds sets. Good, strong offensive rebound by Frost. Gets his own, collects it. He's hounded.
He's just a manimal down there.
Unbelievable. Goes right up over the top of Russell and Markowski. And a foul on the second rebound attempt there for Frost. So baseline out of bounds. They get it into Claire. Claire's going to dump it off to Robertson. Short jump hook, right-handed, is off the mark. Markowski clears the rebound, and there you go. That's the fouls you don't want to see if you're a coach from SippUnited.
I think that's 3 on Frost, Matt.
I think it is too, and that's one that's 90 feet away from the basket.
Yeah,
Markowski, you know, Markowski's really good at pivoting, right? He doesn't stand there. He chins the ball and he pivots, and you get a lot of slaps. You get a lot of calls. 36-34 is our score. We're just under the 14-minute mark here in the second half. Nebraska Supreme playing well. Glock's got it at the top of the key. He's going to get it to Gunther, and they're going to go down low to Carter McCullough. McCullough, left-handed layup, goes right into the body of Kamari Robertson and finishes with the left hand. 4-point lead now for Supreme. So I think the halftime adjustment was what, E? What are we trying to do?
More the same, but also pounded inside. It's a foul.
And Claire, that's going to be coming off a high screen, and Claire pulls up. Maybe a little bit of acting.
That's the issue when you play that drop coverage and you try to have somebody chase from behind, is somebody that has as clean of a stroke as Claire and just a smooth energy transfer. They're going to get right into their shot regardless.
And that's a three-pointer good from the top of the key, and he was fouled by Jamison Shea. Jamison Shea. I believe that's his third foul. Let's keep a track of that as Claire converts the 4-point play, which you don't see very often, and ties this basketball game up at 38. 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Russell at the top of the key now. Couple of bigs in there for Nebraska Supreme. They get Glock off of a weak side screen. Good action. His shot off the mark, no good. MacArthur, good, strong defensive rebound. Sipp now quickly the other way with Claire. He's going to kick it up quickly to Maxwell. Maxwell's going to launch a three. That shot off the mark, no good. And we got a weak side rebound. A great rebound by Avant. Even greater tie-up by Gunther there. Went up, blocked the shot. Good call by the officials.
Good hands. That should have been a layup.
Yeah, simultaneous possession, and jump ball goes to Sipp. And they're going to run a baseline out of bounds here. They get it into Avant. Avant off, good action. 3-point shot from the right wing. That's a nice baseline out of bounds. Both teams creative out of the baseline. I mean, you got to work pretty dang hard to get Avant an open shot because everybody knows he can shoot it out of the gym. Glock's shot off the mark from the left corner. Quick action now by Maxwell. He's going to kick it left side to Claire. Claire step back three-pointer right in the face of Shea. And that shot off the mark, no good. Gunther rebounds.
You'll live with that if you're Supreme.
100%. And Supreme now quickly the other way. That's Jackson Vasicek.
Yeah.
Good dump down pass to Glock. Glock made himself available. Good find.
Vasicek has been super impressive in this game, man.
Productive, right? He's had productive minutes since he doesn't start. Didn't start the first half, didn't start the second half, but he's had productive minutes when he's been in there. And like we talked about, Supreme will play 10 guys and they'll play him a bunch.
Yeah, he's been a difference maker from them in this game. I'm intrigued to see kind of how they close this game out. You mentioned he's not a starter, but is he a closer?
Raise up jump shot by, I believe that was Avant, off the mark, no good. And Jamison Shea, little Euro step into the lane, right-handed layup off the back iron, no good. Sip out and running now. That's Claire. He's going to go right into the body of Jacob Markowski, and
that's a great call.
We got a block.
Absolutely is. It's not even remotely close either. And honestly, the reason
tell me why that's a block.
The reason why Claire is always going to get that call, regardless of if it actually was a block or charge, is he's initiating the contact first, and he's doing so by putting himself towards the rim. And he's not doing it with an elbow that he's throwing to the defender. He's initiating contact in his normal layup motion. He's not shying away from it. Sometimes guys will come downhill and they'll shy away from contact, and then they'll run into a kind of an awkward little charge thing. Claire's just going to play his game. He's going to play right through it.
Markowski's still down. And I don't know what the officials are conferring about on this one. It was Claire going right into the chest of Markowski.
And it looked pretty clear to me, too, that Markowski was still moving over. He wasn't.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it was a block.
I just think it's so hard to call that play a charge when Claire is initiating the contact first.
And so action is going to resume here, and it's going to resume with Christian Claire getting back to the free throw line in a 41-40 contest here. SippUnited trails by 1. And Frost, I think with 3 fouls here, is going to check out of the game, and that's Kamari Robertson. Just one all-star for another. And Claire's free throw is up and good. 2-point lead now for SippUnited. And Markowski does check out of the game. He kind of took one right in the chops.
Yep.
Tough kid.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Second free throw, no good, 42-40. So we've seen Claire miss 3 free throws. Never thought I'd see the day. And Gunther now quickly off a high screen, catches it and gets right to the hoop. Man, he's got a quick first step. He can jump, too.
Yeah.
I like the look at this kid.
He's done that 3 or 4 times.
I like the look of this kid. He's got a lot of skill. I want to see him shoot the ball now. Corner 3-point shot off the mark, no good. MacArthur doing some work on the offensive boards. That's Colby Williams with it now, being guarded by Glock.
Intrigued to see MacArthur here down the stretch. He was such a big piece of SippUnited's closing lineup against Exclusive.
And Colby Williams shot off the back iron, cleared out by Cruz. 42-42 tie game. Cruz calling the action, wants that high screen. And he gets that high screen but can't handle the ball. McCullough set a great screen for him. Thought he was going to raise up. But that turnover is going to lead to a wide open 3-point shot in the corner from Carl, and he missed it. It's just shocking to me. Shot looks good, but Christian Claire just can't get it to go down.
No, good misses too. I mean, he's not missing short. It's another back rim miss that's been kind of the common theme for Claire. Those are going to eventually start falling, but if you're Nebraska Supreme, if you can get a hand up, if you can force him to take a dribble beforehand like they did there, or force him to take a step back, then you'll tip your cap if he's making those shots.
I think we had a held ball there. Possession now going to be with Supreme checking into the game. Is Keaton Weatherholt. He's going to give Glock a breather. We're under the 11-minute mark, 42-42 here. Semifinal action. Bryan, Texas, NCAA live period in the Pro 16 finals. And Supreme with the basketball, big on big, they get it to Gunther. He's being guarded by Claire. Claire's going to probably have that assignment the rest of the game as Cruz gets into the lane, has the ball stripped away from him. Long 3-point shot by Vasicek off the mark, no good. And that's Carter McCullough with an offensive rebound, kicks it out.
You said you wanted him to shoot, Matt.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to see him shoot.
First 3-point shot from Ryan Gunther is good. He buries it and gives Supreme a 3-point lead. Awesome work there by McCullough on the offensive boards to give his team a second chance at it. And this is Carl coming back the other way, got bodied up, but there's our guy Robertson. cleaning up the glass. He's been doing it all weekend.
Yeah, second chance points on both ends. It's going to be a big, big factor down the stretch. Who can clean up the offensive glass?
Gunther now about loses it out of bounds on the right wing. Gets a screen from McCullough. A little two-man action. McCullough's going to turn and go right at the body of Robertson.
Thought that looked pretty good.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know. He got whistled for the travel. I didn't see that one, but 45-44 is your score. Pretty aggressive move for the big man, Carter McCullough. Had a wide open layup, but didn't have a chance to complete it. Now Cruz tips the ball away into one of our college coaches who is not paying attention and takes one right off the dome. We can see if we can see a team name, we'll call it out. But out of the sideline, out of bounds. Robertson thinking about the three. He's going to go right at McCullough. He gets away with the walk, kicks it out right side. Three-point attempt on the way for Colby Williams. Off the mark, no good. Rebound into the hands of Gunther. And here come the Supreme in the half-court set. Gunther and McCullough running a two-man game. Missed the roll. But McCullough's got the ball in the low block. He wants to go right at Robertson. Hits a cutting. Can't see who that was. Weatherholt. And Weatherholt's shot is tipped right into the hands of a waiting McCullough, who puts the rebound up and in.
McCullough's been a very welcome sight in the second half here for Supreme. All over with his activity.
Claire goes right to the hoop. And Ethan, you talked about it. You cannot let him get to his strong hand.
No.
You know, he does that stutter step, but it's.
You're going to have to foul him or he's going to make the shot.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to come down to. When he's able to get to his left and he gets that, just honestly, just a window of space.
I haven't seen anything bad come from it. He either step back, hits a three. He either gets downhill and finishes a layup. He either gets downhill, draws defense, and dumps it off, or he gets fouled. I mean, it's the most productive play that they run. I would continue to run that high screen and roll. And if they're going to go underneath it, he's going to step back and bury threes. So 47-45, he does hit his first free throw, and checking into the game is Shea for Nebraska Supreme, as well as James Russell. Second free throw up and good.
I think the depth of Supreme could be a big storyline down the stretch. I mean, they're cycling guys in and out, Matt. And Sipp is able to do some of the same. But it feels a little bit different for Supreme as Shea just misses another bunny. He's getting there.
He is getting there, and he's doing a nice job against Avant, who is a big kid. But Shea himself is a large kid, and those bodies were banging. But that's a couple of times now he hasn't been able to finish at the rim. But you know what? That's a shot they want him taken.
Yeah.
As the ball's nearly stolen by Avant, they get it off left side to Weatherholt. And Weatherholt's got Robertson. Robertson. Look at the hands on this guy. About picked the pocket of Weatherholt. And the diving effort out of bounds to try to save it. You love to see that kind of effort out of the big man. Baseline out of bounds. Wow, the ball was handed to him quickly. I think it kind of prevented them the opportunity. Jeez. That was really weird. You know, Weatherholt there, he's got to step onto the court and wait till his teams get set. Right? Make the official make you step out of bounds and hand you the ball.
No, I don't love that from the officials, though, Matt.
If he's standing out of bounds, you give him the ball. Right? It's not his fault.
Sometimes we make sure the guys would get set. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love
I'm not
that.
against it. And as a three-point shot, that's a big sequence right there. Colby Williams takes advantage, man. Buries one from the right corner. There you go. Potential 5-point swing. Now first lead here of the second half, I believe, for SippUnited. 49-47. Shea downhill once again and cannot convert, but the ball's tipped outside to Russell. And Russell's got it back to Weatherholt in the corner now. Shot clock running down, 5 seconds. That's McCullough getting bodied up. Good pass in the corner to Cruz. And his teardrop shot is blocked. And the official is going to call a 24-second shot clock violation.
Much better defense from SippUnited here in the second half. Obviously, they're playing man, and they're still a little bit exposed because they're dragging those big guys out. But they've been great in help side, and it's looking a lot better for them on that end than it did in the first half.
Block and Markowski check back into the ballgame for Supreme. Cruz now just trying to harass Claire as much as he can. Does a pretty good job.
It's too easy.
Goes right back to Claire, who's going to hoist from the right wing. That shot no good. Cruz clears the rebound, tries to get it down to Glock. Ill-advised pass. And there's our guy, Colby Williams, doing some work, stealing the ball. And SippUnited here in the half court, they're content. They want to run some stuff here. And they go down to Robertson, spin dribble, spins right into the face of Markowski in a double team. And kicks it back out to Avant. Avant goes at Shea. Good skip pass left side. That's Colby Williams. His shot off the mark, no good. Shea with the rebound. Shea's doing a nice job. I know he hasn't finished at the basket, but he's done some other things defensively, rebounding the ball pretty well. As Cruz drives, kicks right side, extra pass over to Shea. Long three-point attempt off the mark, no good.
Just can't buy one.
He can't. Rebound is cleared by Robertson, 49-47. We're under the 7-minute mark here. SippUnited with a 2-point lead. Go ahead, finish your thought there.
Well, Matt, we might be getting our close game.
And I hope we do. We deserve one. Little inside-out action, and that's Colby Williams. Boy, I tell you what.
He's got a confident stroke.
I think the game plan with Colby, coach just said, hey, if you're open, shoot it. And he's definitely done that. He hasn't shot it at a high clip, but that's another three-pointer for him, and it's the biggest lead for SippUnited in this basketball game at 5. Markowski, he's got Frost on him. He's going to spin at him, go right in and flop. That's one of the things that Markowski does really well, right? It's sort of that, it's sort of that junkyard type move. It looks terrible.
You hit it on the header. No, I mean, it's great footwork there from him. He's getting bumped, and that's a big defender in Frost. You mentioned it earlier. The key for Markowski that all young players need to be able to do is play off 2 feet. Yeah. That's another missed free throw from him, though.
He's got to convert free throws. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, he does a good job. He doesn't travel. He's not out of control.
He's always off 2 feet.
But 9 times out of 10, officials are going to see that action, and they're going to call it. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong.
Yeah. He earned that foul call. And, yes, it is a bit of a questionable one because he kind of flailed himself out. But he played under control. He wasn't looking for contact necessarily.
I believe that was Frost's 4th foul, so he's got to sit down.
Huge missed free throws for Markowski there. Huge missed free throws. This is a massive possession here for Sipp.
Avant going right at the body of Glock. Glock, a pretty good job of standing his ground. Good defense,
tough shot.
Straight up. Avant shot off the mark, no good. Russell now being harassed at half court. They need a bucket here, down 5 under the 6-minute mark. Winners advance to the finals. Shea's got it on the right corner. And Glock's going to come off a nice flare screen from Jacob Markowski and bury it. He's got a good-looking shot.
They really, obviously it's not nearly to the level, but they really run a lot of similar stuff as the Warriors did with Draymond Green with Markowski, which is kind of crazy to say. But a lot of that split action on the side, and that's great 2-man action with him and Glock.
52-50 is your score. Williams now with it. He wants to drive on Shea. Shea cuts off the penetration lane, but Williams just decides to pull up from the elbow in his grill. Wow.
How about this kid?
What a shot by Williams. Man, he is cold-blooded. 54-50 is your score now in the half court. A little horn set here by Supreme. Shea's going to dribble right side. Looks like they're trying to find an open shot for Glock. Markowski now top of the key. Shot clock running down at 7. They go left side to Gunther. Gunther gets rejected by Robertson. Robertson out-duels, but a heady play by Russell to get the ball back. Avant never saw him. Absolutely never saw him. Thought he was going to have a dunk, and Markowski going to the hoop, and that's a foul all day long. I don't ever understand why coaches and fans and players don't think that's a foul. I used to call it all the time when I officiated. If you reached around, it's lazy defense. I'm calling it. I don't care if you foul him or not. That foul goes against Hunter Avant, and they go inbounds here to Jacob Markowski. He's got Robertson on him, hands it off the clock.
2-man game with Glock. Get back out to him.
Markowski's going to launch the three-point shot. He's going to bury it from the corner. He might have got fouled. 54-53. They can run that pick and pop action too.
It's that 2-man action right there.
You talked about it, running sort of that dribble handoff stuff. They can also run the pick and pop. Big shot by Markowski. 54-53 now under the 5-minute mark. Claire into the lane. Yeah. Wow.
Body control, man.
Now, what'd he finish with? The right hand. Spin dribble to his left shoulder and finishes with the right hand. What a stud. And a timeout here by Nebraska Supreme. A good timeout. I think both teams have done a nice job of, this is probably more so maybe a little bit of a regroup, get your breath. And then let's talk about how we win these next 4 minutes.
A little bit of a regroup, but also, you mentioned it, they've been so good at blobs and slobs, getting very easy looks off those actions. So we'll see what they draw up here out of the timeout. This could be an opportunity to either tie the game or cut it to 1.
So talking about a little dictionary here, basketball dictionary, when Ethan the Savant talks about blobs and slobs, what are you talking about there? Baseline out of bounds and sideline out of bounds, right?
That's correct.
That's exactly right from the basketball mind of Ethan Peyoda. 56-53 is your score here. Both teams in it, both teams engaged. We got a good crowd. Winner of this advances.
How about that atmosphere for the Coos Elite Trey Man game?
Well, there was probably, I don't know, was there 600 people around this court?
Standing room only,
including coaches.
And then some.
And I told your brother Gavin on the last broadcast, I can't remember if we talked about this or not, But a good touch for these Final Four games, bringing in the DJ, bringing music, and I think it just adds to the atmosphere and adds to what I think has just been a fun day. And he's bumping music. The disadvantage to us, it's right in my left ear. So I told Gav, did I tell you this? I can't remember, but it's going to be really weird when I request Garth Brooks or Journey at one of the next breaks.
Yeah, I think you're going to get booed if you.
Yeah, I might get kicked out of here. But here we go, little game reset. 56-53 is your score. Out of the sideline, a slob.
Yeah.
Right, they're going to get that. That's exactly what they wanted. They got Glock, a good look from the right wing. That's a great set, just off the front iron.
Glock is a flamethrower, man. He's going to hit one of those before this game's over.
He's hit 2 of them already in this game. He's got a good-looking stroke. Now Sipp's going to run some clock and a little step back.
You'll live with that. It's a tough shot.
It's just a tough shot by Christian Clare. They shut off the penetration lane. He said, all right, I'll just kind of do a Dirk Nowitzki and flip around here on my foot as Shea goes right to the basket. And he's just been harassed all game long. I think if Supreme goes on to lose this game, it's going to be the job they've done on Jamison Shea not getting to the rack. And our big man Frost back into the game, playing with 4 fouls, loses the handle on an offensive rebound. Supreme wants to go fast. Glock's going to race up. You called it, Ethan, you called it. You called it. He did hit another one, and there's plenty of time for him to hit another. Big shot there.
Not backing down in this one.
Not backing down at all. Landon makes it a 2-point game.
Great pass.
Great entry pass there. Frost.
That's awesome.
What'd he do there? What'd he do really well?
Sealed him off really well with his body, but also took his time, played off 2, pump faked. Could have even been a foul call because he let the guy come off.
He's got exceptional feet. I mean, they're going to get a good one no matter where he goes.
That's a tough one for Glock.
Field. Kind of a mini heat check. I don't mind it. We still got plenty of time. It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, big stop here, though. You kind of feel like if Sipp is able to go down and score right here, it's going to be tough for Supreme.
Clare comes off the ball street. Thought about stepping back, goes into the lane, dumps it off to Frost. Frost goes right into the body.
Yeah, it's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a charge all day. Now, that was good defensive pressure there. Markowski's taken a few to the chops, man.
That's the difference right there, though. We talked about the earlier one, blocker charge with Clare, and that one, it was a clear shoulder right into Markowski's set chest from Frost.
Yeah, defender was there already, right?
Correct.
And the offensive player's trying to create separation. So I agree with your call there. And, I thought Frost was playing with 4. He's obviously not because he's still on the floor. But credit Jacob Markowski there standing his ground. That's a big body coming at you and putting a shoulder in. That's probably a Power 5 defensive tackle.
It's a
one
big
day
stop.
Here. And that's a big stop. That's what they needed. You said they needed to do that.
Yeah.
As the coaching staff from SippUnited doing a little court work, getting up some sweat and condensation, and we're at the 2-minute and 30-second mark, 60-56. Matt Reiling alongside Ethan Piota here, semifinal action from Legends Event Center here in Bryan, Texas. Nebraska Supreme looking to run their best set. They get it up top to Glock, the sharpshooter. He goes left side to Gunther. Now down to Markowski, going against Frost, playing with those 4 fouls. Markowski, little scoop left-handed shot. Savvy move, right? Even better defense there by Frost, playing aggressively with 4 fouls.
I was going to say, man, it's just
smart sub.
It's good stuff from Frost. But, yeah, they definitely were targeting to try to get that 5th.
I was surprised they didn't do it when the ball was dead. Or the coaches were cleaning up sweat. They should have been subbing in MacArthur earlier. And now down low, that's number 31. Really good baseline left-handed play there by Jackson Vasicek. I mean, Vasicek just checks into the game, Ethan. What does he do?
Gets right to the free throw line. He's been very, very productive for them in this game. 2 huge free throws here, though. Absolutely need them.
First free throw is off the mark, no good for Vasicek. That's probably one of the other things that Supreme will look at if they go on to lose this game is their production from the free throw line. Neither team very good, actually. But the second free throw is up and good. We got a 1-possession game. We're at the 2-minute mark in the semifinal basketball game. And Claire's going to slow things down.
Yeah, that's fine, though. I mean,
you got a couple to give, right?
Fifth foul to give, so they're still 2 away from the bonus. I'm fine with that.
And that was Vasicek trying to step in front of the pass from Claire. And that's a 15 foul on Nebraska Supreme. 16 fouls.
Get right back to that horns action again into a high ball screen.
They want to run that 2-man action. Claire's got it. Kind of missed a rolling MacArthur there. I think they're more content to chew some clock. And that's Claire with the basketball on the left wing being guarded by Vasicek.
It's pretty good defense from Vasicek.
Does a great job. Robertson comes over to take the ball, spin dribble left-handed in the lane. Wow, that's a big man.
That is a tough bucket.
That is a big man making a guard-like move. 62-57, huge shot by Kamari Robertson. And now Markowski on the left baseline. He's going to go right at him. Right-handed layup is off the mark. And they're going to get MacArthur on the foul. And that's going to send Markowski to the line. And he's going to get a practice free throw in really quick before anybody else knows what's going on.
I think he's missed his last 4, so he might need one.
Actually, he missed his last 5 if you count that one. But Jacob Markowski, good rip baseline there. First free throw. There you go. He's got the stroke now. That free throw is up and in.
Just love the way Nebraska Supreme gets right into their action.
Yeah, well coached ball club. Second free throw up and good. 62-59, couple of substitutions. Actually, what we're going to have is a timeout. Both coaches, both teams going to discuss their strategy here for the last minute 22. It's a timeout by SippUnited. 62-59 is the score coming out of this timeout. Now, interesting here, you got to pick up full court if you're Nebraska Supreme, and did SippUnited remember to advance this basketball?
That's a good tidbit on the second piece. If I'm Supreme, I'm not picking up full court here. I just think Claire's too good with the ball in his hands. It does me no good to let him go by me and create an easy advantage. Our best bet is to play in the standstill, half-court defense, gang rebound, get out of here and try to tie this game back up on the other end.
Yeah, I tend to agree. One possession ball game. Even if they go down and score, it's not panic mode for Nebraska Supreme. But what they've got to do, and it's a tall order, they got to be a one and done. They got to limit them to one shot, and they got to secure that defensive rebound. Robertson has been an absolute animal. Frost has been an absolute animal. And even MacArthur has come in and done a great job on the offensive boards for SippUnited.
Yep.
So it's got to be limited to one shot.
Here we go, man. What more could you want? One possession game, trip to the 16U championship
High quality
on
basketball.
the line. And we are just getting started tonight, too. Whole host of matchups coming up right after this one.
Claire now, he's going to be guarded by Vasicek here. Interesting matchup now.
Oh, jeez.
A little longer guy on Claire. Maybe you don't want him to be able to see
Close to an
very
over
well.
back there.
Look at that, and an ill-advised turnover.
Big time turnover.
Huge turnover by Claire. That's James Russell stepping in. And now Nebraska Supreme with a chance to tie this game. Jamison Shea been silent the entire game.
Finally got one.
Shot fake, gets Avant in the air.
Finally got one.
And he goes right-handed layup off glass.
Gotta stay solid if you're Supreme here. And if I'm Claire, this ball isn't leaving my hands unless I'm doubled or trapped.
Maybe a little gun shy after that ill-advised pass on their last possession. Claire's got it being guarded by Vasicek. He gets it back. Skips it over right side. You got to get a hand in Avant's face. He's going to hoist it. A little bit like of a zone look here.
Yeah, how about the switch in defense? Claire getting to his spots, right to his left. Ooh.
And he splits the double team, and the clock has run out.
Yeah, that's a shot clock violation.
And a tough no call against Claire. He had tried to split the double team, but a great job by them going straight up. And that's going to be a turnover on SippUnited, 2 in a row.
A lot of contact.
Coming out of the hands of Claire there.
A lot of contact.
And Supreme, I believe, is going to use their timeout.
That should be their last.
I don't know if I like this one.
Really?
And here's the reason why. You've got plenty of time, right? You got 28.5 seconds to go.
The 2-for-1 is kind of out of question here.
You don't need a 2-for-1, though. So I like saving that timeout because in this, if you go down and you don't score, and you can foul, you're obviously going to put them in the 1-on-1. I always like having a timeout in my pocket with the advanced rule to have a play to win the game. Yep. If we didn't have the advanced rule, I don't mind this timeout because he's coaching them for the rest of the 20 seconds, right? Or the 30 seconds. But I always like having that timeout in my pocket with the advanced rule. But that's why I'm sitting up here with the microphone on, listen to the DJ bump tunes into my left ear. 62-61. It's a 1-point game. Okay, so talk to me now. Get me in the huddle of SippUnited here. What are they doing on this possession?
Here's the thing. It's going to be their same man principles. You got to be active and help. The number one non-negotiable for SippUnited here, you cannot allow an offensive rebound. If they make a shot, they beat you off the dribble, you tip your cap. You almost kind of live with it because you get the ball back. I can't live with it for SippUnited if they allow an offensive rebound and a putback for Supreme.
And they got their two bigs in there, Robertson and Frost. They're two guys doing work. Sideline out of bounds now. They get it into Markowski. 25 seconds to go. It's a 1-point ball game. Jamison Shea's got it being guarded by Williams. They're going to go right side to Russell. Russell with the big steal to get them back in this game. They go Shea right on Williams. He misses a cutting. Markowski
Great block, man.
misses a cutting. Markowski tries to go up, and Robertson blocks the ball.
Wow. It's going to go back to Sipp, though.
And Sipp doesn't like it. Coach launches his pen. And
here's the issue, though. I mean, they have the ball. It's their possession.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's so upset about.
And also, that actually kind of helps Sipp. I mean, Supreme is going to have to foul twice to get them at the line. You're looking at least 4 more seconds that are flying off. That's actually a good outcome for Sipp.
Really a really nice design play there from the sideline. Shea had it.
He missed Markowski.
Markowski with a great weak side cut to the basket was going to be a wide open layup, and Shea just missed him. 62-61 now. They got a foul. Oh, boy.
My gosh.
Well, and they foul the rifleman. That's Hunter Avant going to go to the line. What a dangerous pass. Colby Williams, holy cow, kind of floated that one up.
Correcting our score clock. 10.3 on the official clock here in the arena. They do have one more foul to give. That was the 6th team foul for Nebraska Supreme, so now one more to get in 1-1. And that's what we're mentioning, Matt. I mean, you're looking at, you need time for Nebraska Supreme here.
And if you're Sipp, do you have any timeouts? Why do you not advance the basketball here? Yeah, this is a smart timeout. And that's why I love having that in the pocket, right? You have that in the pocket for your offense if you need to draw up a game-winning play, and you have it in the pocket for your offense if you need to draw up an inbounds play to get it in with the lead. So a very, very wise timeout here by SippUnited. But, yeah, talk to me now. We got 10.3. It's a one-possession ball game. Obviously, the Supreme's going to foul, correct?
I mean, they have to instantly. And really, there's no time to go for a tie-up or anything like that. You've got to foul. If I'm SippUnited, I'm looking to get the ball to either Claire or Avant. Those are really your 2 best players. And the biggest thing, though, they've got to be strong with the basketball here.
Yes.
Absolutely have to be strong with the basketball. And there have been at least 3 or 4 sort of, not lackadaisical, but kind of just unsure cross-court passes thrown by Sipp in the last, and really in the last like 30 seconds. And so that's got to be something in the huddle where they're drawing it up and they're getting an easy little look for Claire to be able to go out and catch it. And if I'm Claire, I'm asking for that ball. I'm my team's best player. Send me to the free throw line and let's take this thing home.
Couple things here. You got your best free throw shooters now on the line.
Yep.
In the lineup. So you take out Frost, right, who struggled from the line a little bit. If you're Nebraska Supreme, have you identified somebody? Obviously, you got to put the big man.
You'd like to foul Roberson, but Roberson's going to be used as a screener here.
Just let him catch. You can't let Claire catch the ball.
I'm guessing Roberson's going to screen for Claire's man and try to get him free.
You've got Williams and you got Johnson. You don't want them catching it. Oh, boy, they go right to him on the left hand.
8.5.
That's a tall ask there. That's a tall ask. They're going to get the foul on Vasicek. Although Vasicek's done a heck of a job. A little lankier guy. Both teams now in the bonus. So only a couple seconds run off the clock.
No timeout, though.
And let's talk about it. I mean, it's not like this is taking it to the bank. Claire struggled a little bit from the free throw line today, and this is a 1-and-1.
No timeout for Nebraska either. And
obviously, it doesn't matter make or miss. If he makes them both, obviously they know they need to get a 3. But whatever they got to do here, Supreme's got to go quick, right? But you said it on the other end. This has to be a defensive rebound. You can't let, and of course they put Frost back in the game, you can't let those 2 guys bully their way in as the first free throw is up and touches nothing but the bottom of the net. Clutch free throw there by Claire.
Christian Claire. I'm my team's best player. Send me to the charity stripe and let's seal this one.
Second free throw's off the mark. No good. Markowski.
I call the foul. He's out of timeouts.
He don't have a timeout. As Jimmy Fallon would say, controversy.
Man,
that is absolutely.
I'm not sure if he had
that is
timeout.
Absolutely their 4th timeout. Here's what I saw, though. I did see the coach go over to the bench in that last timeout for Sipp and clarify. So as the scoreboard and his scorebook got it, that's boss. Scoreboard is boss.
And to be fair, we could be wrong up here in the broadcast booth.
You're never wrong. There is no statistic that I would go against you on. I fully believe in the fact that they just took their 4th timeout. But nevertheless, all right, let's
it certainly feels like it, but you never know. Maybe one was given to Sipp on the other end. I think what one of Nebraska Supreme's coaches just clarified with the table is that there's now 0 on both sides.
Yeah, and they clarified before, right? I mean, obviously this is a great coaching staff. They're not taking that timeout unless it's been presented to them that they have one to use.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
So absolutely, what is probably their 4th timeout, a free throw missed by Claire, right? And, he's probably shot less than 50% from the line. Now Nebraska Supreme, with the advanced timeout, right, the ability to advance the ball, has a chance to win this thing. Now this is where Andy Markowski is very, very good.
And here's where I'm going if I'm Nebraska Supreme. What did we just talk about? Two-man action, Glock, Markowski. I'm getting the ball into Markowski, and I'm running that DHO, and I'm letting Glock send me to the finals.
I'm going to call this play. Oh, my gosh, they hand it to him quick. They get it into Shea, and they're going for the win.
Went for Glock right away. They're going to have another opportunity here, though.
This is that one-handed pass by Shea.
Yeah,
He's just been a little off-kilter here.
They're having Glock take it out. I think Coach.
All right, watch this. Markowski's going to screen
back
down,
to Glock.
pop to the corner. They're going right into Markowski. And handoff, Glock raises up, three-point shot for the win, off the mark. No good, offensive rebound scrum. Shea's got it, and he can't corral it.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Absolutely frenetic pace here at the end of the game. Glock raised up, got a good look, and Shea had it in his hands with the opportunity to get a putback in to tie the game. But this one is going to end. What a basketball game. Close all the way through. SippUnited's going to advance to the title game tomorrow. 63-61 here at Legends Event Center, Court 5. What a fantastic game. Both teams got to hold their head high. Nebraska's Supreme, I think, overachieved a little bit this weekend. I think they got to be very proud of the way that they represented their program. And SippUnited just continues to win, man.
We asked for a close one, and we got it.
And we finally got it. Ethan, my man, that was a lot of fun. Great job. Pleasure calling the game with you. That's going to do it for us here at Legends Event Center. For Ethan Piota, I am Matt Reiling. Your final, SippUnited 83, Nebraska Supreme 81.